everybody. Welcome back to Torchlit Tavern. We're a 5th edition real play Dungeons & Dragons podcast, and I focus on storytelling.
He does.
Today, I am your draft master, because the army is going to be marching soon. And to my left is somebody, but I want, once again, let's get to know our players. Tell us something about yourselves, starting with...
Well, to start, I am the master of the draft, and I am Randall Tarasis, and I guess a fact about me is that I'm actually one of 4 kids. I have siblings. I have sisters and a brother who are the best and the worst sometimes. And I actually have, I believe, 9 or 10 aunts and uncles. And I am playing Marquis Dylan Bennett. I guess actually my joke actually kind of plays the master of the draft a little bit. And I will be helping lead our army to glory as the best rogue in the podcast. And to my left...
Hello, friends. It's Ryan. I'm here to play Roy, Rogue Warlock. And for my, I guess, interesting fact, I'm just going to give an unpopular opinion. The Star Wars movies are all bad.
And retake that.
They're fun. They're fun, but they are arguably bad movies.
I've had this conversation with them. He truly believes this.
Okay.
That being said, I will watch that over Star Trek any day.
Okay. How do we start a gang war in 5 easy seconds?
Hey, well, I could put on a red shirt and say bad things about the color blue.
If Ryan wants to be the monster on this podcast, we'll let him.
It'll be amusing. The soft, quiet monster that just kind of sits in the corner until the voice issues forth.
If you want to be the cinematic monster, you've got to take that title from me.
True. And Ryan just became the villain more than Dylan.
We didn't think it was possible.
And to my left.
Thank you.
It's Apropos Salinilas coming back to you, being played by Strana. Interesting facts for today. I have a dog. The dog's name is Sadie, and I also live at a horse ranch with 28 other hoof pounders.
Is she a good girl?
Oh, no, she's a very good girl. Isn't it? Are you a good girl? Oh, I know. Are you going to lean over here for petting? Maybe.
Aww.
Creeping? Just going to creep over here?
And Sabobos just became the sweetheart. All right.
This podcast approves of puppies.
We do.
Now we start another gang war.
Dogs versus dogs.
Hey, I will happily fight that war.
That's fair. So.
That said, to my left.
To his left, it is I, Mitch. I play Bruce. And a fact about me is that I hate dogs.
That's such a lie.
I'm just fucking
That's
kidding.
such a horrible
I was going to say,
lie.
what, despite the one that you rescued? Or the other one you rescued?
Which one?
Or the other one you rescued?
A fact about me is that my daughter has learned the art of the open hand slap.
Fantastic.
This surprised me.
I'm also about to skin a cat.
A history of violence.
Well, we're waiting for Mitch.
And
How long does that take?
his, there's more than one way to skin a cat, is, of course, Jeff. And I return, as always, to play Roy. Shit, fuck that up. I'll try again.
Stay in your lane, bud.
We don't tell him that. As always, to play the gentleman, the skeleton, Mr. Grimm. And you want to know a fun fact about me?
Not really.
I do.
Oh, you're made of spare parts, right?
Here's a fun fact that all of you already know. Tom Holland can suck it, and I hate him as the Spider-Man right now. I hate him. I fucking hate him so much. He's the worst Spider-Man to have ever Spider-Maned. I'm gonna go on record and say that shit.
So, no facts, just opinions.
You're 10 ply, bud.
Yeah, it's not a fact, people, but all right. The fact is that Jeff and Ryan are monsters.
You know who isn't a monster, once again? Fucking Sabobos over there with the fucking dog.
I know,
Yeah, pretty
right?
much.
Dude, it's 5th edition. He's not a monster anymore. He's a person now.
Get these guys a puppers.
We've been rebranding Strana lately, and I think it's going very well.
Yeah.
Okay. I said one fact. Save the facts, boys. We're not giving away this shit for free. Yeah, we actually kind of are giving it away for free, but in the vein of not constantly giving it away for free, let's do a little tavern keeping.
You know what? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're back again for a little bit of tavern keeping. I pulled out a broom and brushed
damn
my
it,
teeth
who let
with
the
it.
door open?
I'm so sleepy.
We let the game show host in again.
So let's shine these glasses with bleach and figure out what the fuck we're doing. I know that you listen to us. Obviously, you're listening to us now. Let me
Are
tell
you?
you.
Well, not now.
With
There's
your
more than
eyeballs.
one way
later.
to support a cat. You can also go find us on the magical interwebs, and you can find us all kinds of places. Let me tell you, you want to come talk to us some way, somehow, you better like it, because I'm giving it to you right now. You can find us on the Facebook. Tell them what the Facebook is.
Give it to him.
That's facebook.com/Torchlit Tavern.
Gave it to him.
You can find us on the Twatter.
Give
where
it
you
to
can
him.
Twat along with us. Give it to them.
The Twatter?
Yeah.
You want the Twatter.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
the
want
Twatter.
the
The Twatter is at
We all want it.
Torchlit Tavern.
They've been given.
And if you're on the Facebook or the Twatter and you want to help spread the love, the Torchlit Tavern creamy gooey love, you can use that hashtag and tell them what the hashtag is.
Give it to him.
That's hashtag Torchlit Tavern.
Give it to him.
And if that's not enough, you can come visit us directly on our website and you can get a little bit of weekly love in the shape of, weird updates that Jay makes. That might include blog posts and such.
Hi.
And to tell you once again what that is, here comes Ryan.
TorchLitTavern.com.
We're so easy. I mean, it's so easy.
Whoa.
So
Speak for yourself.
we're easier than your ex-girlfriend. We're easier than the ugliest cheerleader. You know what I'm saying? She was like not that great, but it was like
As we all know,
still a
the big
cheerleader.
bottom
Anyways,
girls make the world go round.
At my high school, I preferred color guard.
easier than color guard.
Oh my god.
And to wrap it up here for this tavern keeping portion of things, you know what we would really love you to do? We would love for you to tell your friends, shake them, bake them, and tell them exactly what it takes to make them happy with that Torchlit Tavern magic. But also,
It takes the baby
you
batter.
can go out there, you can find us, rate, review, and give us all the likes and all of that stuff, because that's just going to push us more to the top of the crop. You know what I'm saying? Where everybody's looking. Yeah, in that cream section of the crop. Wow. So if you can do any of those things, that'd be great. And you know what? If you really, 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 really want to support us, we've got a Patreon. And one time only, I'm going to tell Ryan that it's okay to tell you guys what the Patreon is. But this is a trade secret.
Guys, if you're really into this, all the good stuff, it's at patreon.com/Torchlit Tavern.
Now don't go telling everybody that shit. But you can go there and support us a little more. I'm just kidding, tell everybody that shit. And that'll conclude.
Just tell them about us. Annoy your friends. If you're not annoying your friends, are you even really friends?
I can tell you what, I'm figuratively sitting at a table with some friends that definitely have annoyed me.
I do my best.
Try.
Anyway.
That's what I do.
Alright, guys. Welcome back to the table. So, last time on Torchlit Tavern, and this is for Strana and Randall, who had to leave us a little early last time, too. There was a meeting. And the secret meeting between all of the church heads, Daedalus kind of filling in for the Church of Newman because he doesn't trust his church, but Granlin, Daedalus, and Hornig gathered people together along with Darius and Mullion, got the members of the party they trust, which is to say not Dylan and Sabobos at the moment, though I think Daedalus would have brought Sabobos had he been around. But they were having, while Sabobos and Dylan were talking shop and planning ahead for the coming skirmishes, the rest of the party was gathered in secret at the Church of Vespera, discussing a Hail Mary attempt to change the future. And I don't want to tell Dylan and Sabobos, so if they could take their headphones off, because it's time for secrets again.
Secret time.
Exile them from the video chat.
No, it's fine. They can take their headsets off. Strana, you can't hear me?
You're going to have to, give us signals.
During that meeting, Granlin and Darius proposed to kill King Roland, because if King Roland dies, the Deuce will no longer be in power. And the shakeup of the power struggle might halt the army or change the course of action going on. So Roy and Grimm, as the most stealthy of the bunch, with Bruce to back them up from the sewer, snuck into the castle to perform a secret mission. A secret mission that, well, they did a lot, and I'm not going to go into it, listener, because that's going to be released later. Suffice it to say, tricky boys are tricky. They did terrible things, and now we're going to see kind of some of the aftermath of that now. So let's get everybody back. I'm going to read a thing, and I'm going to start us off in truly a sentence that really sums up the way any of our episodes should begin. 1,000 cocks scream outside the city. Cattle, goats, and other various livestock all add their bleats and groans to this already cacophonous sound. An early morning sound that those within the city have grown to hate and associate with the Celestian army. Farm animals, grain, and other non-perishable food sources have been stockpiled and gathered from the countryside and kept in the tents and wagons that make up the impressive military camp that has grown outside the city gates. As the sound of the animals stop, the bugles begin. It is the morning of the final day of the draft. Any able-bodied man caught within the city will be arrested and punished before being bodily forced into the war. By noon, Griffinport marches. You guys wake up to the sounds. They are very loud, and if that doesn't wake you up, the bugles will. You guys need to get your asses down to the army or suffer consequences.
I'm probably already there.
Yeah, you probably are. So, Dylan is most likely already there. Sabobos, would you be there? You technically are the only one who is exempt. No one's going to bother you because you are where you're supposed to be as a Fist of Newman. Where are you? Thumbs up doesn't help me, bud.
Well, at this point, since it is the morning of the march.
Sabobos is in the military area, yes?
No, I would say he's doing his last prayers before the main altar.
Okay, but then he will most likely be there, correct?
Most definitely. Well, no, basically, sun
no
comes out,
uncertain
Sabobos
terms.
is like last prayers before he goes out onto the march, and then marches out.
Perfect.
With the full pack and extra gear and other bullshit.
Someone else who's in question. Grimm.
Yes?
What's Grimm doing on this very fine morning? He's had a busy night.
Yeah, definitely. I think Grimm, since having...
In fact, to give you an idea, you guys didn't sleep. You come walking out of the Church of Vespera, stuffing a glittering stone into your hat.
Fantastic. I think what Grimm will have done, like knowing that this day was coming, Grimm will have already tried, or not tried, but already had been talking to Granlin and Hornig, and heck, even Darius, about, like, knowing that he can't be seen in public, basically.
Yeah, you know the sitch. You know that, like, basically the press gangs are out in full force. When you walk out, you realize very quickly that you're going to need to get off the main city streets and do something. You're probably going to need to burn a fucking spell slot, go invisible or something, because they are looking for people.
Yeah,
so,
I mean...
And basically my question to you is, how desperately are you attempting to evade them, I guess? Because it's, you know, it's its own small army in its own, the press gangs.
Right. Are they looking on rooftops?
Not yet. Right now they're rounding up the last handful of drunks and people who just did not get the memo.
Then, simply put, Grimm's gonna burn the jump spell and just jump his way up to some rooftops. And he's gonna
taking a cue from Spring Hill Jack, huh?
Yeah.
He's gonna do the Tom Holland.
Oh,
you bitch.
There's a lot of similarities.
How's it going, Tom? All right, so up on the rooftops, give me a stealth check to kind of represent hiding out. I'm gonna go ahead and guess that the roof you end up on is you're Quasimodoing all over the fucking Moore's Church.
Sanctuary.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, where a skull fucking doesn't stand out.
Right. It's 100%.
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Evan and a few of the other NPCs are no longer in the city. They left in the night.
Yeah. Oh, son.
So that's okay. So Grimm is what'd you roll again?
Nat 20.
Nat 20. Grimm is chilling on the roof and nobody sees him because he's just a skull. And because he doesn't need to breathe, he can be real fucking quiet or real still.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got like illusion spells. He's just chilling up there watching the city do its thing.
Yep.
Roy, you haven't slept either.
No, Roy is in his room working up a sweat. Wink. No, Roy is in his room, and he is in fact working up a sweat as he is stabbing a invisible thing in the face because he's been sparring with his unseen servant all night after that shit that he had to do.
Wow. I'm going to amend your statement just a little bit. That's a 10th level Fey Pact Warlock.
Say it was a veal. Say he was stabbing a veal in the face.
No, he's not sweating.
It's too cold.
Occasionally, a bead of something rolls off your head, but it drops to the ground and melts soon after. Calling what you are doing sweating seems to be a stretch of the imagination.
Noted.
Condensing?
Yes. He is condensing. Interesting use of Unseen Servant. Very dope. What are you going to do about joining the army? This is your last chance to pull anything, because they'll kick your door in soon.
Oh, yeah. No, Roy is all set to join the army because he's got a fake. You want to check my fake? It's right here. And, he's going to finish up going...
Well, so if you're not hurrying, unless you walk down there pretty early in the morning, within a couple hours of those roosters crowing, do you leave to go to the army, or are you not in a hurry?
I'm gonna go. It's not...
Do you go within a couple hours of the bugles?
Sure. I can do that.
Yeah.
I imagine Kendra would tell me to hurry the fuck up at some point.
Because you didn't sign up, you didn't get the missive that if you're not there by a certain time, you will be found and dragged there. But if you do make it within the first couple hours, that doesn't come up.
I would like to see them try.
Then wait.
Don't tempt me. But I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get cleaned up. I'm gonna go and pack my sack, get ready to go. I'm gonna give Laik a little pet on my way out. I'm gonna tell Kendra, I'll see you when I get back.
Hey, Roy.
Yeah?
Be careful.
I will, don't worry about it.
People don't always come back from war. Be careful.
I will. Take care of Laik. I mean, I did get him for you, but he's mainly in my room.
Yeah, that's fine by me. I mean, I like him, but,
Yeah.
Franklin.
Clean out. No one cares about
He
Franklin.
packed his sack.
Wow, bro. Did you wait that long? All right. Roy, you come in and you see the military machine moving. This city unto itself outside the city gates is being torn down. It's been sitting there for weeks now. The tents are being collapsed. The wagons are being loaded. There is a bunch of benches and tables with scribes sitting all lined up just outside the city gates, and a large line of people is being filed. You guys, they're making sure that everyone showed up. Do you get in line?
No.
All right. As you get close, there are a bunch of press gang people who kind of push you into said line. What do you try to do instead?
I walk around.
You try to go around? Roll something. Are you trying to stealth around or push your way through?
I'm just walking.
Somebody catches you, puts his hand down and puts it on your chest and says, "Hey there, little man. You get in line. You gotta be processed."
Can I do it later?
No. We're leaving at noon. You need to get processed as quickly as possible.
Jake,
You have your writ.
Yeah, it's right here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk up as he's handing the writ and take it and go, Private Troy.
Actually, I've been waiting for this. The the writ says Petty Officer Roy. Because I feel like Ryan very much is going to appreciate that.
Oh, I do. That I do.
Okay. I just figured that's what he put because Troy was the one name we used last time.
Sorry, yeah, no, Troy, right? It's Petty Officer Troy.
So I'll walk over Petty Officer, and I'm going to take the writ. I'm going to look at the press gang.
He's a petite officer.
I'm going to look at the press gang. There are men out of line. Are you not?
Understood, Captain Bennett. I'll get on it.
Thank you. Small salute, and I move and I look at Roy and say, "Come on."
All right.
Front of the line, boy. As you guys move to the front of the line, you find just behind the tables and chairs and the line, you find Bruce toiling away, helping pack up the wagons. He has actually, at the moment, he has moved a wagon to a load of stuff that needs to be loaded, as opposed to the other way around, so he doesn't have to walk as far.
Bad knees.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
knees.
about the travel distance for an old man. You know, you want to minimize that. What do you do? You guys...
I load a cart.
Yeah, hey, you need a hand there, Bruce? And I start picking shit up.
Yeah, sure.
Dylan walks past them and continues giving orders to people.
It's also of note that the man at the front of the line, as Bruce and you all kind of gather, who's one of the scribes in the center of this row of tables, is Alec LaCourte, recently freed and fined and put back to work as a squad. Wow.
Okay. Insurrection.
He's surrounded by guards.
I save him by grabbing him by the nape of his neck and hurling him across the camp.
Right. So as he sees Bruce, he's like, "Oh, it's you. Thanks for the help, bud."
Yeah, you're welcome.
You bloody Goliath.
And then I go up and I stab him. and as he dies, I whisper in his ear, "Thanks for your patronage."
And that is how Alec LaCourte died.
Nah, we're gonna give him a better death than that.
Absolutely not. He's surrounded by guards. He springs back to life because he has the most plot armor.
He springs back to life because Bruce has a med kit.
Yes. He's resurrected, and nobody seems to notice because plot armor. And not derailing my game. So he's he's saying hello to Bruce and looking at everybody going, I see that the military's finest has arrived.
Am I there?
Yep.
You're around. You said you wandered off to yell orders, but it's like you're not far.
Alright, just want to make sure he wasn't talking about me.
Yeah, we don't want to be accused of being the military's finest.
How dare you accuse
No, I just know a lot of
Commander
cells are open.
Damon Shaw of
And then I go up to
competency.
Alec and I wave.
Hi.
A knife
do we know each
in his
other?
throat.
Jesus. Is that what "and I wave" means from Roy? Because I would believe it. On topic. He looks at Roy and he's like, "Do I know you?"
No.
Cool. Have you all given your writs?
Yep.
Good. I didn't want to have to be the one to sign you in anyway. You guys get interrupted in your little conversation, as short and brief as it is. Hello, Alec. We love you. And there is a sort of commotion as a half-orc is being dragged to the front of the line by a press gang. And he's kicking and screaming, and he's like, "Hey, fuck off! You kiss my ass! You can't take me! I'm not gonna join the army! Kiss ass! I'm way too hungover for this!"
I turn back, because I know
And Drecht is being forced in front of Alec LaCourte, Dylan Bennett's old buddy from the Orc's Head pub. And he's raising hell, but they're pushing him in front. And Alec's like, "I'm sorry, Sir Orc, but if you do not sign up, your alternative will be death."
Bruce is standing behind him with a barrel under one arm. Morning, Direct.
"Hey, Bruce, how's it going?"
Lifting.
It's good to see you. Hey, I know a lot of you.
I walk
You guys,
back to the
they
table.
caught you too, huh? Hey, Dylan, tell him to let me go, man. Hey, help me out.
If you sign here,
What?
you will be
What?
joining the King's Army.
Dylan, come on. I know. Man, you really went in all aboard for this noble shit, right? Come on. Okay, yeah. Let me sign here. And he writes a name, and you can tell he wrote a fake name. And he's like, yeah, there you go. Done.
All right.
You hear
Okay.
hoofbeats come up behind him.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Hoofbeats? We're bringing your horse?
Yes!
Ah!
I hate whenever Strana's allowed to have a pet in D&D. And I think that Jay should immediately disallow that.
Thanks,
But I'm
Strana.
so happy that he has brought a projectile for me.
I think Strana just wrote in on Scooby-Doo.
He did.
Hey, Shay. Hey, suppose.
The horse does not talk. The horse does not talk.
Clop. Horse comes in. I go, oh, my poor brother, if you are so weary from the tipple.
Do you know Drek?
I get down off the horse. I walk over. Don't worry. Lesser restoration. You'll be fine now.
Oh, man, I worked real hard on that hangover. Oh, you know Drek, correct, Sobobos? You hang out at the Orc's Head?
I haven't for years at this point.
Are you saying that all green people know each other?
No, I'm asking if people who hang out at the same bar regularly do.
I probably know of him, if nothing else.
If you haven't been to the Orc's Head in years, there's a good chance you don't know Drek very well, so we'll move on.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Goddamn paladins in there. Shit. Oh. Man, this hurts. Sobriety hurts.
Jay, was that you or direct? Do we need to retake that in
No, that's
accent,
both.
or was that just you?
Sometimes the nice thing about being a DM is you get to put a little of yourself in every character. And that's really these moments that I love so much.
Thank you for signing upon the King's Army.
The name he put down is Half-Orc McGee.
Please, Mr. McGee, go collect your armor and weapon.
Okay. And he winks really amazing, dramatically in front of everyone, and the press gang's looking at you and him, but they do let go.
Do you have a medical disorder, sir?
No?
Please.
Commander, he does. He's a little bitch. As Bruce continues loading the cart.
Chronically. Yeah, it's a chronic disorder. Hereditary.
Then go load the cart with the other people with the disorder.
Gotcha. Which way is that, Bruce? I'm gonna go with you, bud. Dylan's
Perfect.
being odd. Alright, Dylan. Good to see you, man. Miss you at the pub. Everybody is looking at you, and the fact that this man appears to claim to know you. Dylan, Sully's your good name.
Dylan obviously looks extremely just like, why is this my life? And why is this happening?
Are you trying to hide that, or is it a performance check? Or
It's a performance.
roll a performance.
Not 20, I'm not even going to check.
All right,
Fuck.
yeah. You go back to immediately acting haughty, like I hardly know this man.
Rubbing
It was
bridge.
once. I was in college. It didn't mean anything.
So,
Oh, hello, Lieutenant Sabobos.
Yes.
Sabobos is actually you can
I was
refer
doing
to Sabobos as Seraphim Sabobos. He does not answer to the army. He is his own military order, and they have their own rank.
Jay, I requested Sabobos to be a part of my unit, by the way.
Yeah, he can be on loan if he so chooses.
We had a nice conversation.
Yeah, that's like I said. If he chooses to follow your orders, that's fully within his rights.
May the light of Newman be upon you.
And if he signs up with your unit, he will be subject to the same laws that anybody under your command would be. Just so it's his choice to sign, but once he does sign, he will be trading over command, so to speak.
It's called an attaché. We're fine.
Yeah.
Hey, Bobos. Nice jerky.
It's called what the DM says. And my question to you is, if you sign over command to him, it's important for legal reasons.
I hand him the paper. Oh.
Bruce waves at Sabobos. Hey, Bobos, he says, and he gestures at his horse. Nice jerky.
Not yet. We're not that desperate yet.
So I'm going to hand the paper for Sabobos to sign over.
Yeah, so I am going to push that a decision is sort of made whether you are signing your services to the army, in which case you will need to behave as a member of the military, or if you are an attaché. An attaché would leave you to do what you want to do. But...
Attaché.
Okay, so you hand him the paperwork and he stuffs it into his back pocket.
Yeah. I look at it and I go, fold it back up.
There didn't seem to be a bonus for him at all to sign with the military.
Not
He
really.
actually loses rights.
And that's why he would
Signing with
lose.
the military loses his freedom.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that and the whole idea is that we need a strike group, and being an attaché is perfect because it's like, what's the attaché doing? I don't know, attaché things.
Obviously, as a DM, I want to maintain the party together, but this does give you an out as far as an in-game legal, like, logically you wouldn't want to, but on the other hand, by not signing up with the military, you are waiving your right to food, you are waiving your right to camp,
Yep.
you are waiving your, like, all the things that they will provide you with.
Yeah, no, there's a reason why I brought the goddamn horse.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Jerky.
Yeah, you will need to feed yourself.
Yeah.
Although, so far it's really looking like Sabobos is going to be camping with Grimm about a few yards outside of the camp for a while. That'll be fun.
It's just the thing where it's like,
Alright, so...
what is the Samoa's doing? I don't know. Vigilance, probably. He's probably keeping a vigilance. Again. So how does he do that? We don't know.
So did Sabobo sign up or no? I missed that.
He did not.
No, I'm
he has
attaching myself.
He has taken Dylan's agreement and put it kind of casually away without dealing with it.
Okay.
What do you guys do?
I get everyone into marching orders and get everything ready.
I pull the cart back into formation now that it's loaded.
It's like I start going through my book, thinking of the best prayer marching song I can.
I load Sabobos' horse into the cart.
With Saboa's on it, just like, thank you, Bruce. This will save Mr. Hooves' poor little hooves.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could lift that.
Mr. Hooves.
So, the rest of your mornings is a whirlwind of activity and grueling labor. I will allow a stealth check from anybody who wants to avoid the labor who is signed up. That will include Roy. Bruce has already stated that he is working very hard. I am going to need constitution checks from everybody who doesn't succeed at evading labor.
I will be rolling perception to make sure no one avoids labor.
So you're just standing there watching everybody work? What a good
No,
captain.
I'm organizing. It's called supervising.
Roll a
It's called DMing.
charisma check, as you command.
Okay. That's a 23 total.
It's a real good job.
What the fuck was that?
What the shit?
Somebody has a cat?
Cat.
Oh, okay. How are we doing? Roy, are you working?
Roy is working because he doesn't believe that Bruce would let that fly. So I did roll a 20 on Constitution.
All right, Bruce, what'd you roll?
My DnDBeyond is loading.
Sabobos, are you helping with the war effort?
I am reading out loud about the light of Newman.
Oh, you
How
annoying
it may
fuck.
bless all their endeavors.
I can't command him.
Look,
23.
Bobos, if that doesn't give me a plus to a save, I don't give a shit.
Hey, I have a plus 9 to charisma, so
20.
All right, so
23.
Roy is dripping glass, and Bruce is sweating, and they're trucking along, doing great. It's actually kind of satisfying to do a certain amount of physical labor with no goal. It's something that not everybody gets to enjoy, and some people hate, but there is a certain amount of satisfaction to the muscle pain. Also, for the first time in a long time, there's no stakes at what you're doing. And I don't know if that's a great thing for y'all, but maybe you find some joy in that.
This is
Bruce.
life or death.
Bruce is
Yeah.
spending quality time with Roy. And every time Bruce sees Roy pick something up that's a little bit out of Roy's reach, Bruce just picks up Roy, lifts Roy to where he can place it, and then puts him back down and keeps working.
Yeah, and Bruce's strength is like a 23 nowadays.
It's a dumb, yeah.
Yeah, it's real high.
Yeah.
Dylan, you are doing an amazing job commanding people. People are actually very efficient over in your neck of the work effort. But there is one person who isn't happy about it. You can see Drecht kind of half-heartedly lifting some barrels into a cart. He puts one up maybe every 5 minutes and then tries to talk to everybody around him. And
Fucking that guy.
you do notice that he is glaring over at you every time you bark an order.
I'm gonna walk right up to him.
He gives you a cartoonish salute. Hey, Dylan. Sorry, Captain Dylan.
There you go. Do we have a problem?
Yeah, apparently we do. I thought we were buddies.
No, I'm talking about your job. Is there a problem with your job?
My problem is, than I'm sitting here busting my ass while nobles sit around and bark orders.
Okay. Then I'll work just as hard as you.
Is Drek near Bruce?
I mean, yeah, if you want to, yeah.
You ain't busting nothing, Drek. Shut the hell up.
Neither is he. Or the other one. The nice, shiny full plate.
Alright, so you don't enjoy moving barrels. I understand that. Would you like a different job?
No one does.
Would you like a different job?
Sure.
Okay, we have the latrine diggers. We have the people that are going to be moving the slough. We're going to be having people moving feed. We need people to pull carts out of mud when they get stuck. Which job do you prefer?
No. You sold me on latrine, Dylan. I'll go play in the poop for you. And Drek goes to go dig latrines.
And then I pick up the barrel he wasn't moving, and I put it up.
Alright. Do you... just one barrel, or are you going to start working?
No, I'll take his job.
Alright. You guys get done very fast. You guys all rolled great scores, and we're going to say that, unlike some of the other platoons, you guys are ready to go a good hour early, and you're done. You can, rest. Because there's a couple of half kegs that you've actually gotten back down that you guys are all sitting on.
When Bruce finishes, he goes to check in at medical.
Okay.
He's got his shit knees checked.
Let's see, should I guess it's, let's make up an NPC for medical, huh? Who's gonna be running...
You don't have to, but you can.
I could bring an NPC. Who's gonna run medical?
Church of Moors.
Yeah, honestly, I think...
Yeah, any of the churches.
Yeah, I think you're gonna find Billoak.
Jay, since this doesn't need to be a focus or anything, Dylan, once everybody's done and his platoon's all set up and they're resting, Dylan walks over by himself to the next platoon and starts helping them.
Okay, I need you to roll a Constitution check now.
That'd be 18 total.
All right.
Can he roll a prostitution check instead? He's much better at those.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to roll for this. Dylan has a full beard today. Delta Dwarven kind.
And Bop rolls in his grave. He dug a grave just to roll in.
Yep.
Hey, you know what?
Temporary.
Bop.
Yes.
What are you up to? Over off to the side of the military installation, a rift has opened up, a controlled, contained, stable rift. And in and out of it, to those paying attention, is just a bunch of material is rolling in and out. A supply line has been opened up to the Azer. And out of it strolls Bop.
Well, it's a fine day here. I see we're gathered to war. I hope my new things work
fine
well.
Fucking what? Says Tigawog, who's rolling by in a motorized cart pulling a wagon. It ain't fine fucking... Where the fuck have you been, Bop? God damn it.
Different places, Tig. Different places.
Oh, different places. Hey, you want to come over here and help me fucking fix the motor on this thing?
Yeah, sure. Let me get a few of my guys. I whistle, which I can't actually do.
Several Azer... yeah, don't try. And several Azer come running over, and you guys all start working on Tigawog's doohickeys. Dylan, you come across this strange artificing troop.
I walk straight up.
I look up. Dylan!
No, to the left. God damn it. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. You've got to rewind the coil.
Yeah, yeah, okay. All right. It's on there. Dylan, what's with the...
shit.
On the other hand, I approve of the beard, Dylan.
Oh my god.
Dylan...
But it needs to be more.
By the grace of Newman, how the hell did you grow that?
Dylan speaks Dwarvish.
No beard is good enough for Bob.
To Bopanopoulos. And he looks at him, because the belt lets him speak Dwarvish, by the way. It's great.
Tigawog and all of the Azer all stare blankly at Dylan, shocked that he knows the language.
I pull out the goggles, which I've been holding on to, and I hand them, since they are an artifact of his people, and I hand them to him and say, I believe I owe you these.
I think you rather do.
Thank you, Bopanopoulos.
It's nice to have these back.
If I can be of any service to your people, let me know.
No, you should come back around in the evening, then.
I will do my best to do so.
Roy, what do you do with your hour off?
I'm gonna follow Bruce to the medical tent.
Okay. At the medical tent, Bruce and Roy show up. You guys show up, and Billoak and... I'm gonna say it's just Billoak. I think that there's no sign of Aramindor. Bill Oak is kind of frazzled and running around. Hey, Bruce. Hey, it's good to see you. How you doing, bud? Hey. So I heard that you tried to sign up for our medical contingent?
Yeah.
That's good. I'm fingers crossed because I'd really like to have you helping us out, but I don't get to pick them, you know.
Yeah.
And is it Roy? Roy?
Sure. Call me Troy, though.
Troy. Got it. Hi, Troy.
Hi.
Are you here to help Med Bay as well? Are we?
I guess, if you need anything.
You don't gotta, Troy. I signed up for it, so, it's second duty.
Bruce, I've been meaning to ask, why us? Like, why are you trying to get with this group? Because, honestly, you're a big guy. I know you're older, but they could probably use you in Siege.
That's, Tig and all them, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I signed up for both, so I don't
know. Man, you're gonna wear yourself out.
Bodies and siege engines, neither of them move themselves. And, both of them need looking after.
Okay, alright. Anyway, the heavy lifting is actually done, but if you want to help us shred this fabric into bandages.
Yeah, I can get on that.
You got a knife, kid? Troy?
Pick one.
Cool. Help him shred bandages.
Bruce just picks up, 4 bolts of cloth and tears.
Yeah, basically, it is just a stack of blankets
Bruce
that is being turned into strips of blanket. These are donated from the city and the churches. And
Bruce picks up the pile of blankets and rips them in half like a phone book, 3 times, and just hands the small pieces to Roy.
Roll strength.
Oh, no. Not strength.
Oh, no.
What am I gonna do? I'm gonna be real sad when I fail this.
I don't think you can. It's really just a question of how many you can rip.
Fuck, I only got a 12.
So you pick up the whole stack, you try to rip it like a phone booth, and then you do the thing where you half that stack and put it down, and then you rip that one.
Like a smaller phone book.
Yes.
Like a brochure.
Well, it's one of those things where you get a stack of paper and you think you're a badass, but you find that it's a stack of paper. It's very strong. You can make armor out of that. So, an hour into these jobs, Dylan, do you ever follow up with Drecht? Or do you leave him alone?
No, after Dylan finishes helping the next platoon, Dylan goes and finds Drecht.
Drecht, once he was out of your eyesight, apparently got to work. He is covered head to toe in mud and shit, and he is digging a ditch alone, or he's filling in a ditch, because basically they're covering up the latrines, because we're moving on. We're not digging new ones. But he is covered in what you hope is mud, but as soon as you get close enough, you realize that you can't avoid that smell.
Is it just me and him?
Yeah, he showed up late, and they made him do twice the work, so he's still filling in a hole.
I grab a shovel. When I start helping him fill the hole.
He just is shoveling hard, and he doesn't react to your... You see him side-eye you, but he doesn't react. Other than that, he just works quietly for a little while, and toward the end of that hour, he finally speaks up, and he's like, so, the fuck, man?
Drecht?
Actually, it's Half-Work McGee, remember?
Dylan gives a small laugh, and he's like, yes, McGee.
You can call me Petty Officer McGee.
I believe actually you're a private. You wrote the wrong acronym. And a petty officer is equivalent to a corporal or sergeant, so...
Let's see if he reacts to jokes and friendship. Yeah, he succeeds his charisma check, so he stays stoic. And he says, no, I think only petty officers are forced to dig latrines, Captain.
Petty, I believe you were offered, and you chose this. Listen, man, and I plant my shovel on the ground. You don't have to like this. Do you think any of us here like going to war? Any of us?
Hey, Dylan, nobody likes going to war, I know that, but you don't have to act like you like being in charge.
No, but
I need us to follow you?
Do you think me being soft and kind and gentle to you will command respect from anyone at all?
Roll persuasion.
16.
Fucking draw. He's like, no. Okay, fair point, but still. There's a fine line, Dylan, and I know that you can't give me special treatment, but you were standing off to the side acted pretty haughty since I walked in.
Yes.
And we're gonna die. And we're gonna die for you, if you're in charge. Do you understand?
Do you know what my job is? My job is to make sure I see the plan and help organize that plan. Our platoon finished early. And then you know what I did? I made sure every single soldier who worked to finish early got their rest, relaxed, and were able to gather their breath. And then I personally went and helped the next platoon. That is what it means to be in charge. You can look down on me because I'm in charge, but you will respect me.
Dylan, no, I won't. I've been shit-faced drunk with you, I won't. I love you, but I won't respect you like that. It's hard for me to fucking follow your orders. And also, I don't want to go die in war. Do you understand me? I don't want to die, Dylan. I didn't sign up for this war. I was forced to sign up for this war. No one of us poor saps want to go to war. You think you're going to get us to just suddenly agree to this? He throws down his shovel. We don't want to die, Dylan.
I don't want anyone to die.
Then how about we stay home?
Direct. I'm not the king. I'm not a general. I get ordered to do the stupidest thing, and I try and make sure it's the best for the people that I command. I can't choose the orders, but I can make sure that the people underneath me don't suffer for them. You don't want to fight? I'll put you in the medical tent. They need people that are running supplies. You don't want to be on the front line? Fine. You can move barrels. You can dig latrines. I don't care. I get it. I'm not asking anyone to fight. I'm asking those that are willing to fight to fight. I'll go fight alone. You all can stay here. I don't give a shit. I'll run straight in by myself if you're going to make me that man. And I'm not.
Dylan.
I'm not that man.
Who the fuck are we fighting? I don't know shit about Bree. I got told they attacked us. Who says that? At last I heard it was a couple dudes in cars. Our cars. You understand? I don't give a fuck. And I'm not gonna stick around here long enough to die. As soon as I get a chance, I'm running. And he storms off.
Direct.
What? Sorry, Captain.
I walk up to him. You're my friend. You're one of few I have from back then. And I'm not going to ask you to follow me if you don't want to. The guard changed shift at noon.
He salutes, and he storms off. The noon bugles sound, and everybody is gathered in the center of what's left of the compound. And standing in the center is Commander Willen Bennett, Dylan's father. All of the generals and captains kind of make a circle around them and are standing at attention. And a new character, a large, gray-haired half-orc that you have briefly met and been told about by your father. He is known as Admiral Zaft, with a Z. X-A-F-T, in case anybody wants to spell it.
Yes.
And let me get his voice, because I was trying to figure out a good voice for him. Welcome to the army. You guys are all I've got. And truth be told, I'm not too stoked about it. You miserable wretches could barely get this camp done on time. So there's gonna be some work to do. I told the Deuce that I wanted an army ready 3 weeks ago if he wanted to go to war. But no, I gotta train you guys on the march. But that's good news for y'all, because the march starts today. Raise your hand if you're tired from all the hard work this morning. About half the people raise their hands, and he's like, good news! You're gonna start marching. So I hope that you've got it in you, because it's only gonna get worse. I'm gonna march you till nightfall. And then, once we get to the end of that march, you're gonna go through drills, because I've got a very brief amount of time to turn y'all all into soldiers. And maybe, just maybe if I turn you all into soldiers, you'll survive this. Commander Bennett is my superior officer, but I am his voice. He trusts me implicitly, don't you, Bennett? That's absolutely correct. You may notice that I will call Bennett a goddamn bastard, but I will do anything he says, and I expect the same from every single one of you. Call me whatever you want, but do what I tell you to do. Is that clear? There is a half-hearted yes, sir, from the army. And he says, I said, is that clear?
Clarion call. Yes, sir.
None of you, huh? I said, is that clear?
Sure.
Sure what? And he He looks right at you, Roy. The whole fucking army kind of splits as you speak up.
I wave.
What do you say, kid?
Sure.
Sure what?
Yeah, I'm gonna do what you said, I guess.
Damn it!
A press gang person, one of the general, or let's call it the military police, steps up, and he's a man in full plate, and he kind of steps up the tower over you, Roy, and Zaft yells across the field, "What is your name and rank, kid?"
Petty Officer Troy.
Petty Officer Troy. I appreciate you speaking up. But because you did not call me sir, I demand you give me 20 push-ups.
What's that?
Oh my god.
He holds his hand up. Before, a lot of people react the way Dylan just did.
I start raising the roof.
He puts his hand up to silence everybody, and he steps down off his pedestal, where he stands higher so that everybody can see him. And he walks up next to his military police, and he moves his military policeman out of the way, and he says, Petty Officer Troy has raised a good question. And he is right. As I said, none of you are soldiers. None of you know shit. So I'm going to ask you all to do like I do. And he gets down on all fours in full plate. And he proceeds to do 20 push-ups. This man is a half-orc pushing 60. And he knocks out 20 push-ups, gets through about 5 of them, tilts his head up, and he says, I don't see anybody getting on the ground.
I drop.
I
didn't want to interrupt you, but Bruce immediately follows suit. In fact, as soon as he stops, Bruce looks him in the eye. You done? And keeps going.
Tell you what.
I walk over and I get on top of him and I proceed to do the same thing on top of his shoulders.
Give me a charisma check, Roy. And everybody else, I will say
Wait,
technically...
on whose shoulders?
So, Bubbles, do you do
Because you're
push-ups?
small enough, it could probably be either of us.
On our fake Arlie Emery's
All right, so the only
shoulders.
person not getting down on all fours who's not a PC, and I'll address you guys, is Commander Bennett. Sabobos, do you do push-ups?
The words of command should be followed. For it is written that Newman it shall be so. One shall be high, one shall be lower, but light shall spread from high to low as it should be.
Okay.
Even as push-ups,
dope.
he's still proselytizing. This is fucking
Yeah, that was
crazy.
dope. Are you doing push-ups or not?
Yes.
Roll performance.
Yes,
Okay.
as I do this.
Fantastic.
In
I love
fact-
I rolled a 15
Okay.
for charisma.
Mitch, give me a strength contest if you want to beat Zaft to the end of these 20 push-ups.
Let's do it.
Because I know you, and I know what you're asking about.
Let's do it.
I rolled a 15 strength just to do my push-ups.
I mean, you're not the fastest, but you do a solid job.
Shitty rolls today. Only 17.
I know, right? Roy, what'd you get for your charisma check to not be like...
I mean, he said to do as he does, so I went in the exact spot that he was in, and I did them too.
Okay, yeah,
And
Petty
that
Officer
was
Troy.
a 15.
Petty Officer Troy, you do finish your 20 push-ups. Bruce finishes ahead of Commander Zaft. And Commander Zaft, while finishing his final push-up, reaches up with one arm, does the final push-up with one arm, pulls Troy off his back, sets him down in front as he stands up, gives a quiet old man nod to Bruce, who was finished a good minute before he did, and looks down at you.
Bruce didn't stop.
He didn't stop at 20?
Didn't stop at 20. The dicks are swinging.
That's enough, soldier. Your point has been made. And Troy, I expect to see you in the mess hall shaving potatoes by the end of today. After drills and after marching.
Okay.
And once you're done with those potatoes, as the first man to speak up, you go ahead and pick yourself your favorite ones.
Bruce, who still has his thaumaturgy
Okay.
in clarion call, looks over at Roy and whispers so loud everyone at a mile can hear him. You know how to shave taters, right?
I'll figure it out.
The group of you are the saddest lot of soldiers I've ever had the misfortune of telling what to do. And God forgive us if you fucking stall or try to manipulate one of my orders again. And he glares at Roy, and he glares at Bruce. He's like, this is not a competition. This is not some fucking... This is not a circus. This is the Celestian army. Who do these men serve under?
Yes, sir, that'd be me.
Commander Dillon, I feel that your soldiers do not respect
Captain.
Authority. Captain?
My father's the commander.
Oh, fuck. You look just like your father. God damn it. Oh, shit. Captain Bennett, it seems that your men do not respect authority. I do not know why that is, but I expect you to solve that problem. Quickly.
Yes, sir.
Or it will be your fault, and I will hold you as accountable as them.
Yes, sir.
Do you not know, for he is as the Father, and as a Father you shall know him. The light shall shine down from upon him.
Thank you, Fist of Newman. Please shut the fuck up.
As all in accordance with his will.
I said shut the fuck up.
And then he quiets himself.
Please. Seraphim Sabobos has allowed us to utilize his capabilities, but he is not a member of our force, which means that no one gets to tell Seraphim Sabobos what to do. However, nobody feeds him, nobody provides him with a mount, and nobody gives him the due title that he may have gotten if he had signed up with me to begin with. Thank you for your service. He stands back up on his pulpit. Everybody get your goddamn marching shoes on and start stepping. Get to your platoons, get in line. I want to hit the next town by darkness.
Roy raises his hand.
Bruce also raises his hand.
Put their hands down.
He eyeballs your hands and he says, I don't believe I said questions, please. Everybody get your marching boots and get walking.
Roy raises his hand again.
Sir, I'm unclear as to which unit I am assigned.
Mine.
When I volunteered for both medical and siege.
Mine.
Well, then I guess you best find your place in between the two.
Alright.
Fucking dumbass guy. That's signing up for 2 fucking curtails. I'm gonna have to talk to my fucking signatories. How do they fucking double book somebody? That's ridiculous. That's not.
Roy turns to Dylan. Can I just wear these shoes that I've already got?
Yes.
All right.
We have more padded ones if you need them, though.
No, the issue is the laces,
marching.
but that's fine.
Oh, they're slip-ons.
Okay.
For speed.
Yeah, so Bruce picks up Roy and sets him on one shoulder, and he reaches into his pouch, and he pulls out a book that he got from an old friend. Alright, Roy. Now these are letters.
Bruce, it's daytime. My lessons are at night.
There is a book in Bruce's hands, and on the cover is a picture of a fairy with little wings, and on the cover it says fairy tales.
And I say, hey, Avil, look, it's you.
Roy. No, Roy. Never again.
And thank you again for following us on our journey through another episode of Torchlit Tavern. You've listened all the way to Arc 3, we hope. If not, you can always go back and catch up on what you've missed. First of all, myself and the rest of the members in the Torchlit Tavern would like to say thank you to everyone who listens to us. We love telling our stories, we love your engagement, and we love to entertain you guys, so thank you. Don't forget that if you do enjoy our podcast, please like us, rate us well, share us, tell your friends about us. We have no designs on any grand empire, but we do like telling our story, and we'd like to share that with as many people as possible. And you, our beloved listeners, are the gateway through which we can do that. If you're looking for other ways to listen to us, we can be found on Apple Podcast, Spotify, Stitcher, or your preferred podcasting service. If you want to engage and find a little bit of extra interaction with the Torchlit Tavern, you can search Torchlit Tavern on Facebook or Twitter. And we have established a Patreon at patreon.com/Torchlit Tavern. If you'd like to go that little extra mile for us, you can do so there, and we will kick back to you with monthly content updates. This could be anything from narrative expansions, world lore, or even just an insight into the characters of the world themselves. And last but not least, if you want to chat with
compliment, or ridicule one of our lovely players, you can find us at the following locations.
All right, have a good night, everybody. We'll see you next time. You can find me, Jameson Oxford, at something master on Twitter.
And you can find me, Ryan, aka Roy, at Ryan SCB Santos on Twitter.
And I'm Randall, and if you want, you can follow my inactive Twitter account at Argo Omega, or you could just look at the Facebook, and I'll be there.
This is Jeff, still playing the Jello-Man Skeleman himself. If you're looking for me, you can find me on Twitter that I never use at big_J_the_bad_man. You know, I think maybe I should have my own Twitter. You shut up. It's not time for this things. God. You can definitely find me at the Torchlit Facebook. I'll be there. No, I'll be there. Somebody will be there. And thanks for tuning in. Fuck you, Warlock.
And now I'm recording being used.
I'm a Randall?
You're a Randall.
I'm a Randall?
Ooh, man, deep cut.
You're the deepest Randall.
Both inches.
Yep.
Dude, I just got shot. Fuck me.
Hands up, don't shoot.
And you didn't have your hands up.
Scot-free. All right. 1 and 2 and 3 and...
I fucking hate you guys. You guys are worse than hecklers at nightclubs.
That's because we know you. That's exactly how that works.
We're about as bad as hecklers at a comedy club.
Equal?